guys, and welcome to my February wrap-up. I haven't done one on time in the longest time, so I'm actually pretty happy that I managed to do it on March 1st. Today is March 1st, so happy new month, whatever. I basically read 11 books, but I'm currently reading 2 books. One's an audiobook and one is just like a reading book. So 11 books is pretty good. It's not as what I expected, what I wanted. I wanted 12, but that's fine. So I'm going to start off with the books that I read, and the first one is, oh yeah, I just have to say that this month has been the best month, the best reading month that I have had in the longest time. Most of the books that I've read actually turned out to be favorites or like really highly rated for me. So I'm going to be like fangirling about many of these books and like recommending many of them, but don't think I usually do that. I don't. It's just that these books are pretty amazing. The first one is Pivot Point, and it is by Kasie West. This book is sort of like a it talks about this girl who's a clairvoyant. Basically, when she wants to make a decision, she can search into either one of her choices and then decide. I'm not a big fan of these like time traveling sort of thing, but this book was so good. I devoured it in one day, and I honestly would recommend it to any YA readers. I'm definitely gonna go outside at one point and pick up a copy for myself because of how much I loved it. Then I read The Nightmare Affair by Mindee Arnet. This book talks about a girl who is actually a nightmare, as in a paranormal species called nightmare. I really like the whole new paranormal species that Arnet introduced. We have never seen a nightmare before, so I really like that. There's also a mystery, it was kind of predictable, but at the same time it was shocking, so I gave this one 3.5. I gave Pivot Point 4.5. The next book that I read is Entanglement by Dan Rix. This is a sci-fi book that talks about soulmates and how basically, apparently they exist, and that as soon as you're born, there's someone that is born at the same time as you that will become your soulmate, and then they're supposed to meet at the age of 17 or 18 or whatever. I thought this book lacked a bit in the scientific, like the world building sort, and it focused too much on the romance, but other than that, it was pretty interesting. I gave it 3 stars. Then I read Eleanor and Park by Rowell. This is actually, I have to say, it is my second favorite book of this month. I gave this an all-time favorite. I barely ever give those, like maybe once every 3-4 months. The last one was Slammed by Colleen Hoover, which I read in like November or something. This book was so good. I finished it in like a couple of hours. So it's like the perfect love story that anyone can ever read. It's set in the 80s. So there's the whole like the mixtapes and like the cassettes and all that cool stuff, and I really enjoyed this. And Rowell is officially a favorite author of mine, and I can't recommend this enough. And the cover is so simple yet so beautiful. I'm also picking up a copy of this one soon. The other book that I read is The Boys of Summer by CJ Duggan. Oh my god, this is another favorite of mine, another all-time favorite. I'm telling you, it's crazy. I have 3 all-time favorites for this month. This never happens. The first one is Eleanor and Park. The second one is The Boys of Summer. This book is written by an Australian author. It talks about a girl who starts working a waitressing job at a hotel in her town because her best friends dragged her into it. But then she meets the Onslaught Boys. They actually make that name up, her and her best friend. And you know, I've always been looking for a book kind of like Anne and the French Kiss, or like the Jenny Han trilogy, the Summer Turned Pretty trilogy. But I've never read one that actually like was as good as them, if not better, until I read this. This is the perfect contemporary romance that I have read. I have read a ton of contemporary wannabe romances, but this one is so good. Again, finished it in a couple of hours. I didn't even sleep that night. I couldn't sleep. I slept at like 5 or something. And I always seem to have this sudden urge to pick it up again and read it again because of how much I loved it. The second book is also the cover reveal, and the synopsis is going to be revealed on March 4th, so be sure to check that out. And if you have not read this book, you need to go read it because it's like, I'll be recommending this book nonstop forever now. It's so good. Another all-time favorite. Okay, so these are my my e-galley books. Still moving on to the rest of my review books. I read Emblaze by Jessica Shirvington. This is the third book in the Embrace, the Violet to Eden chapters series. So far, apparently there's 6 books. Another Usi author, by the way. I'm really liking books written by Usi authors. I've liked every single one that I've read. So far, this is the best book out of the 3 that I've read. And there's 6, I told you guys. 6 are gonna... Officially now, there's gonna be 6 books. I'm not sure if she's gonna extend it or not. I hope not. 6 is more than enough for me. But this is the best so far for me. Embrace wasn't all that awesome, but then I still read Entice, which I really enjoyed. But Emblaze, I just loved it. And can I just say it's like 450 pages? I gave this 4.5. My review is up on the blog right now, so be sure to check that out. It's amazing. This has restored my faith in like angel novels, series, books, whatever. I also read Flashpoint by Nancy Kress. This is kind of not really dystopian. I don't want to say dystopian, but sort of like I don't know how to. I wrote my review, but I just totally forgot. How can I describe this? It's like The Selection meets LA Candy, which is written by Lauren Conrad, and The Selection is written by Kara Cass. It talks about a girl who starts to signs a contract to be part of a reality TV show that apparently becomes like really dangerous and stuff like that. I really liked it. It's pretty, also another huge book, but I really enjoyed this, and I gave this, I think, 4.5. Make sure to check out the blog soon because I do have an interview with this author. Another book that I read is The Goddess Inheritance by Aimee Carter. This is the 3rd and final book in the Goddess Test trilogy. I was expecting more from this book. I really hoped that it was as good as The Goddess Test because I didn't enjoy Goddess Interrupted all that much. But it was still decent enough. I gave it 3.5 stars. I will be checking out Aimee Carter's new series, but I just hoped for more for this book. The last, finally, review book that I've read this month is Etiquette and Espionage by Gail Carriger. This was a book that was very highly anticipated. I mean, look at the cover. It was very highly anticipated, but again, another one of the books that kind of let me down, but not in... It kind of let me down. I was expecting so much more from this book. But it was, I felt like it was more targeted to middle graders than to me. So, I think my cousin would really like this book. But this is like a steampunk / mystery / paranormal because they're like werewolves and vampires and all that stuff. And canimals, which are basically animals that are made out of mechanical parts, whatever. But anyways, it was pretty okay. I give it 3 stars. Now, I read 2 non-review books, so that's pretty awesome for me. The first one is Born Wicked by Jessica Spotswood. The reason why I picked this book up over The Evolution of Miradare, which I know I was supposed to read, but I could not read it, is because Jessica Spotswood came here and I met her, so I wanted to read a book by her before, and I did, and this was awesome. I gave it 4 stars. I do own a copy of the sequel, an arc, so I'm really excited to pick that one up, but this book is really good. I was kind of scared that I would be disappointed, but no, I wasn't. It was a pretty good book. And the last book that I read is Unravel by Tahereh Mafi. Oh my god, this is the 3rd all-time favorite book, by the way, of this month. I don't know what to say about this book. I did read a lot of people that said that they had high expectations, but then they didn't enjoy this book as much as Shadow Me. I did read a lot of people that said that Julia was really annoying in this book and she needed to get over herself. I did read a lot of reviews that talked about how they did not really like the direction of the whole romance and the love triangle and stuff that went on. But let me just say, none of these things bothered me. Actually, I loved the love triangle, even though it hurt me, like thinking on who she's gonna pick next book, Warner or Adam. I don't even want to think about that because my heart is gonna be broken either way, so yeah, let's forget that one. As for Juliet being mopey and whining, I think she had the right to do that or to be that, but it was only at like the beginning of the books. And can I just say, Kenji, oh my god, Kenji's like a favorite of mine. I love Kenji, he's amazing. I love Warner, I love Kenji, I love Adam, I love Juliet. And yeah, I love this book too much. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. This book is amazing. So a book that I was reading or listening to, whatever, is Monstrous Beauty by Elizabeth Fama. I got this for review a couple of days ago, so I'm halfway through it right now, so I really want to finish it. It's actually pretty interesting. I listen to it while I'm working out at the gym or like I'm cooking or whatever, so yeah, I do have time. And it's pretty good. I don't think I would have liked it as much if I was reading the book, but yeah. The other book that I'm reading, I'll just put on my TBR because I'm only like 40 pages into it, so there's no point. Okay, these are all the books. Let me know if you guys read any of those and link me to your own wrap-ups. Bye!